peserta dengan nomor A473 Saskia Frida Salsabila Putri dari Blitar, kami persilahkan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin sayyidina wa maulana Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in, amma ba'd. Honorable the Juris Master, honorable the committee board of the speech contest, ladies and gentlemen, dear brother and sister and dear audience. First of all, let's thank to Allah who has given us mercies and blessings so we can gather in this blissful place. Secondly, salawat and salam, hopefully still to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has guided us from the darkness to lightness, from Jahiliyah to the Islamia, namely Islamic religion. Okay, I'm standing here. I will deliver my speech under the title, The Rule, Character, Moral of Rasulullah to Best Modern Life. Ladies and gentlemen, in our life, we must always keep the Islamic codes written in our holy book, Al-Quran. We are to bring our action according to Islamic teaching, besides we understand and do what in the Quran. Said of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is also a beautiful model for anyone, for a Muslim. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the beautiful model, means that a Muslim should act like what our Prophet said, think like what he saw, and do everything like the way he did. If we make him as the first and the best example, we will never be lost in the life. Because Allah said in Surah Al-Azam, in Surah Al-Kalam, verse 4, A'udhu billahi minasyaitonir rajim, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Wa innaka la'ala khuluqin azim, Sadaqallahu adib. And indeed, you are of great moral character. So, we must follow him. And what our Prophet said in this hadith, especially when using science and technology, we must implementing morals of Rasulullah. Because why? Because humans have life on this earth for age, and their business is from generation to generation. Such happen is caused by the process of nature that must happen in every passage of time, namely existence of fertility and mortality. By this natural process, the world has changed of its condition. Long ago, human had time to send news, but now, in few minutes, human can communicate easily by telephone and handphone. We must be able to synchronize the material and spiritual news within a place in this world and hereafter. In the field of material and the progress of science and technology, we should imitate Japan. It is a small country which is able to master the world of technology and industry in relatively short decade. And in the spiritual matter, as Muslims, they have been known as a member of community that have high religious ideology, which has been pioneered by Muslim scholars and Muslim intellectuals from the Islam states. Allah has given us the description about the importance of mastering of science and technology in Surah Al-Mujadalah verse 11. A'udhu billahi minasyaitonir rajim, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yarfa'illahu billadina amanu minkum walladina utul ilma darajat. Allah will exalt those of you believe and those who are given knowledge and high degrees. From the content of this verse, the Muslim scholars have interpreted that in the science isn't merely theology only, but also other science that support the success of our life. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam reads, "Utlubul ilma walau bisin." Pursue the science to the stage of China. This decree of Prophet Muhammad is as motivation for Muslims that pursuing knowledge of science somewhere is allowed even though China it has been aspired by Muslims. And evidently, at the time, China had not religious life. It had the science of astronomy, architecture, and industry only. Honorable audience, the relations of theology and science is very close connected. Proof of science, life will be blind if without theology, and life will live without science. Where someone is only industriously studying theology without giving a little chance to study science, and finally, he or she is cheated that theology is enough to bring someone to be successful in their life. And we must implementing the morals of Rasulullah. Honorable audience, and as a teen and young generation, let's use science and technology, especially social media, for better life. With religion value and implementing the morals of Rasulullah, they can bring us to bright future and bright life. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, audience, I think they are for me. Thank you very much for your attention. I beg your pardon, hope we are a part of Allah's children. We get happiness in this world and hereafter. Amin, amin, ya rabbal alamin. And finally, I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Saskia Frida yang sudah memberikan penampilan terbaiknya di hari ini. Baik, kita lanjut kepada peserta berikutnya dengan nomor 476 atas nama Keisa. Atas nama Keisa Claresta Amelia. Baik, untuk peserta 476 bisa diaktifkan kameranya dan kita tes dulu untuk suaranya ya, Keisa. Baik, kita tes suaranya ya, silakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Baik, suara Anda sudah terdengar dengan baik. Selanjutnya tema yang akan diujikan pada hari ini yaitu perilaku unggul. Kepada peserta A476 Keisa Claresta dari Blitar kami persilahkan.
Maaf Ustadz, terjatuh. Mohon maaf, ada kesalahan teknis.
Baik, baik.
Grogi nih Ustadz. Mohon maaf.
Baik. Silakan, waktunya belum kami jalankan. Silakan dipersiapkan dengan baik.
Kita sampai sedia tripod 3 ini. Mohon maaf, apakah sudah bisa diterima untuk gambarnya Ustadz? Ustazah? Ataukah kurang jelas?
Baik, gambar sudah terlihat jelas. Ya, baik, kita ulangi kembali untuk peserta A476 Keisa Claresta dari Blitar. Tema yang diujikan adalah perilaku unggul. Waktu Anda 10 menit dimulai dari sekarang.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin sayyidina wa maulana Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Amma ba'd. Respectable of the adjudicates of the speech contest, and honorable of the committees of the speech competition, ladies and gentlemen, dear brother and sister and your audience. First of all, let thanks to Allah who has given us mercies and blessings, so we can gather in this blissful place. Secondly, salawat and salam have bestowed to our Prophet Muhammad SAW, who has guided us from the darkness to lightness, from Jahiliyah to the Islamiyah, namely Islamic religion. Okay, I am standing here. I want to deliver my speech at the table. The character of Rasulullah in using science and technology for better life. Ladies and gentlemen, in our life, we must always keep becoming good written in our holy book Al-Quran. We are observing our action in our Islamic teaching. Besides, we understand and draw in the Quran. Said of our Prophet Muhammad SAW is also a beautiful model for anyone from Muslims. Muhammad SAW is a beautiful model, means that Muslims soul acts like what our Prophet acts, think like what he took, and do everything like the way he did. If we make him as the first and the best example, we will never be lost in life. Because Allah said in Surah Al-Kalam verse 4, A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa innaka la'ala khuluqin 'adzim. Sadaqallahul adzim. And indeed, you are a great moral character. So we must follow him and what our Prophet said in hadith. Especially when Allah indeed emphasized in the purpose to follow him. Especially when using science and technology, we must always implementing the attitude of Rasulullah. As we know, we can deny that science and technology has spread to all over the world, including Indonesia. Let me tell you things. We live on Earth, right? Every day we need everything that we always need, such as food, drinks, houses, foods, and the others. As we know, that the population grows rapidly. As a matter of fact, the land that we cultivate and for living do not grow. Israel remain undesized. A long time ago, those things do not become the human's problems. But at present in the future, it seems to be a problem for us. We need more and more food, drinks, and the other learning our safe. It means that science and technology are needed to overcome these problems. Allah has given us the description about the importance of mastery of science and technology in Surah Al-Mujadalah, verse 11. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yarfa'illahu alladhina amanu minkum walladhina utul ilma darajat. Sadaqallahul adzim. Allah will also those of you who believe and those who are given knowledge in high degrees. Ladies and gentlemen, actually talking about technology, directly about social media. Social media websites such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and many others have become nearly inescapable bits of modern life, particularly for teenagers. Teens are spending more and more time online, usually on a social media platform like Facebook or Twitter. When the social media has spread to all over the world, there are negative and positive impact that we get. From positive impact, let me tell you a few examples. With social media, we can expand our kinship or friendship with wider community. Not only that, with the development of social media, we can use income source, seek information, and we can use our doing business. But besides it, don't forget that social media also can bring negative impact for us. Moreover, if we can use it pretty well, it will a boomerang that can destroy our future, destroy our life. For example, social media for bullying, wisdom of anxiety and depression, and residual social interaction. Therefore, social media are dangerous for teenagers health both mentally and emotionally. Ladies and gentlemen, from here, I can resume for you are needed to overcome these problems, especially character education based on Muslim private school. Because by the approach of Muslim private school, people realize they must be their abilities within religion and science. So, as a teens and young generation, let's use science and technology, especially research for better life, with erosion for you and implementing the attitudes Rasulullah that can bring us to a bright future, bright life. Well, audience, before I close my speech, I want to run up our spirit by singing song. Were you always in the mood? Fuck around, I could find you. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but try to play it cool. Baby, I'm playing better lose. Every single better out of you. Are you always in the mood? Dear audience, this is all that I can deliver to you all. I hope can be useful for our sake. Thank you very much for your attention. I do apologize if I have any mistake. And the last thing, see you next time and bye-bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih penampilan yang luar biasa dari Kesa Claresta dari Blitar. Baik, terima kasih. Selanjutnya kita kembalikan lagi Kesa, silakan kita lanjut kepada peserta berikutnya.